YouTube, Nintendo Fangirl here with an exciting video for me, hopefully for you too, especially for Animal Crossing New Horizons fans. So a couple days ago, I uploaded a video all about the Split Pad Pro from Hori, but that was not the only accessory that Hori sent me to video for all of you. I also got my grubby mitts on the vault case from Hori. This has got a nice Animal Crossing New Horizons design on it. We're gonna open this up, can be used for the Switch Lite or the original Switch. And something I'm particularly excited about, the Dura-flexi protector. This goes on the Switch Lite case and it snaps right on it. So we're gonna test both of these out today, see how they function, see what they look like, and just admire them and be happy. Yee! If you plan on purchasing or pre-ordering either of these items, please make sure you use the link that is in the description below. It tells me and Hori that you actually watched this video and you learned something from it, and it makes us feel warm and fuzzy inside. Let's get to it. So I'm gonna start with the vault case because I think this applies to more people. It can be used by anyone with a Switch or Switch Lite. Always nice. I'm happy to say that I remembered to bring scissors in here so I can cut these zip ties off. I am unhappy to say they're not very good scissors. So this is just the little display that is used to actually hold the item up on the shelf in stores. Nothing really noteworthy. Let me get that out of here. It does explain to you the different compartments in the interior, but we're gonna look at those all on our own, so it's fine. So the first thing right off the bat that I'm super excited about is just the beautiful design. It's got the key art for Animal Crossing New Horizons on it. It's a nice hard plastic, but also a bit, maybe slightly rubberized feeling, so it'll protect your Switch for sure. And it also seems like it would be pretty dang scratch resistant. Also, a really awesome detail are the zipper pulls, which are actually the little new leaf leaves, which have, I don't know what to call them, but they're distinctly island tropical-esque compared to the original Animal Crossing leaf. Open sesame. Good zipper, always a plus. Okay, so the inside is this beautiful kind of pastel-y green color, the same one that's being used all over the place for Animal Crossing New Horizons things. I'm trying to make it so that my camera picks up exactly the color it is, and I think it's pretty close here. There's also a beautiful leaf pattern, the one that's being used very frequently across Animal Crossing New Horizons promotions, in the top half of the interior of this case. Oh, it looks great. So what we have here is the top compartment, which has a little elastic mesh netting pocket. So this you could use maybe to hold something like a charging wire, just as an example. Headphones would be good to put in here, a cloth that you use to clean the screen of your Switch, things like that fit really well in here, things that you're not too worried about falling out. And then on the bottom, we have an area to put your Switch games. So you can bring up to 10 Switch games with you in the case. I have another Hori Switch case, which is the same layout. This one I think is actually a little more padded. I'm not sure why, and I'm not sure if that's just my imagination, but it seems like the case. Basically, the little Switch holders are just one big old rubber band, so it holds your Switch game in nice and tight. They're long enough that I'm really not ever worried about these things falling out. They can really sit in there fine. And where the Switch actually goes is beneath where those Switch games would sit, and that will then just Velcro into place, being sandwiched in there. And this is the area that feels really padded, which is good because you want whatever is pushing up against your Switch's screen to have some nice padding to it. So let's give this a shot with my original Switch. There is spacing built in the back so that it fits the Joy-Cons well. So you're not kind of cramming it into a space where they don't really fit. And then you close this over, you Velcro it, and it's there snug as a bug. See, I'm not really worried about it falling out. It's just in there. And you zip it up. and then your Switch is pretty well protected from being crushed, scratched, things like that. And let's also give it a test with the Switch Lite. It does say that it also works with the Switch Lite, which makes sense because the Switch Lite is smaller. So the way that this has been formed, it actually is notched for both the original Switch and the Switch Lite. So it fits very well in here. There's a little bit of wiggle room, but when you close it in, I bet you there's none. Let me just get it in there nice and snug. And there it is. Yeah, nice and snug. Perfect. And it matches my Switch Lite too, so I'm happy about that. One thing that I think would be nice to have on this would be a little handle, but you know, I don't miss it too much. I usually use this if I'm throwing it in my bag to go travel, so this is perfect for that. This will be my new case for traveling. All right, let's move on to the Dura-flexi protector now. I want to give a teeny bit of background information on the Dura-flexi protector just because I want to share that I'm such a massive fan of the Dura-flexi protectors that Hori's put out in the past. This is one that I've had on my 3DS for a very long time. It's Jibanyan. Essentially what the Dura-flexi protectors are protectors that are made of a firm but also pliable rubberized material. And what I personally like a lot about this is that you don't have a hard plastic scratching against your system. And at the same time, it completely protects your system's outsides from scratches. You know, you always put a screen protector on your system, and that's great for the screen, but the outside also is vulnerable a lot of the time. It may not protect your gameplay, but you still want your system to look nice for a very long time. So that's where these Dura-flexi protectors come in. And this one specifically is for the Switch Lite. So I'm sorry, original Switch, but today you get no attention. It makes sense that it's harder to do a Dura-flexi protector for the original Switch because you want to be able to pop the Joy-Cons on and off, and it's hard to do that with a protector on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up as long as I can figure out how. Tough yet flexible Dura-flexi protector protects Nintendo Switch Lite from dirt and wear with TPU material while providing increased grip. So that's another benefit, is that it's less slippery, which I have dropped my Switch Lite on my face before in bed. Take this out. Yes, this feeling is familiar to me. I have touched this material many times on my 3DS systems. Here we go, moment of truth. So we've got the protector, we've got the Switch Lite. It should go in there pretty easily, but like with enough of, you know, a grasp in there that it's not moving around at all. Super close. Okay, just had to get it over the R trigger. Oh, yes. Yes, I love this. I love it. Oh, baby. I love. Okay, first of all, can't go too far into this without mentioning the pattern. The pattern is beautiful. It's signature Animal Crossing New Horizons, but I think one thing that's brilliant about it is no matter which color Switch Lite you have, this is gonna match. If you've got the new coral color, it's gonna match that. If you have the aqua color, you can see it matches that. If you have yellow, it's gonna match that. And then gray matches with everything. So, you know, we didn't get a themed Switch Lite for the Animal Crossing New Horizons. There is the new coral coming out, which is a little bit closer to themed for the game, but this is what you want. If you want something to turn your Nintendo Switch Lite into an Animal Crossing New Horizons console instantaneously, this has got you covered. It feels good. It's on there solidly. You can kind of lift it off around the edges, especially where it's thinner, because there's different openings on the system, but it doesn't impact anything. That is on there. And the white around the rim looks really good with the whitish gray buttons, which is something that I wasn't even thinking about or anticipating. It just looks good overall. Oh. There's not too much to say about this. It's a cover, it looks great, it feels great. I love this. This is gonna be on my Switch Lite for the foreseeable future, basically until Hori makes another design that I also fall in love with. If you could get one accessory for your Switch Lite, maybe after a nice glass screen protector, which Hori also makes, this is what I would recommend. The Flexi Protector. This is good. So thank you so much to Hori for the awesome new products. I'm definitely going to be getting a whole ton of use out of them. And if you didn't see my video that was up a few days ago for the Split Pad Pro, also made by Hori, make sure you check that out. It has a ton of uses, whether you're a casual gamer or you're into a lot of different hardcore action games. I think that the Split Pad Pro is something worth checking out. Let me know down below if you plan on picking these up. And please remember, if you are interested in pre-ordering or ordering, use the link down below. I will put them in there as soon as I have them. And it just shows me and Hori that you learned something from this video. Have a good one. Love you. Mwah.
Goody goody goo.